If you're over 60 and you've started noticing that your legs feel heavy, numb, or unusually cold, you're not imagining it. Many people begin experiencing poor circulation as they age, and most of them don't realize how serious it can become until the symptoms start interfering with everyday life. Maybe you've noticed swelling around your ankles by the evening, or a tingling sensation when you sit for too long. Some people even feel cramps in their calves at night that wake them up from sleep. These signs might seem small at first, but they are often the body's quiet way of saying that blood is no longer flowing through the legs as smoothly as it should. And here's the part that surprises many seniors. Poor circulation in the legs doesn't only affect comfort, it can also affect balance, mobility, and even long-term independence. When blood flow slows down, muscles don't get the oxygen they need. Over time, that can lead to weakness, fatigue, and stiffness that makes walking harder than it used to be. But the good news is that doctors say there is a very simple movement that can help stimulate circulation in the legs, and you can do it right at home. No gym, no equipment, and it takes less than a minute to learn. In fact, many physical therapists recommend this exact movement to older adults because it gently activates the calf muscles. These muscles are sometimes called the body's second heart because every time they contract, they help pump blood back up from the legs toward the heart. When those muscles stay inactive for long periods, like when sitting or watching TV, circulation can slow down significantly. The exercise you're about to see is designed specifically to wake those muscles up again. It's simple, safe, and used in rehabilitation programs for seniors who want to keep their legs strong and their circulation healthy. So before you scroll away, take a moment and stay with me until the end of this video. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how this doctor-recommended movement works, why it's so effective for people over 60, and how you can start doing it today to help your legs feel lighter, stronger, and more active again. One of the biggest reasons circulation in the legs begins to slow down after the age of 60 has to do with how the body changes over time. As we get older, blood vessels naturally lose some of their elasticity. They become a little stiffer, and that makes it harder for blood to move as freely as it once did. When you were younger, your arteries and veins expanded and contracted easily, helping blood travel smoothly from the heart down to the legs and back again. But with age, that process becomes less efficient, and the legs are usually the first place where people begin to notice the effects. Another major factor is movement. Many people over 60 spend more time sitting than they did earlier in life. Retirement, less physical activity, long hours watching television, or simply feeling tired more often can all reduce how much the body moves throughout the day. When the legs stay still for long periods, the muscles that normally help push blood upward toward the heart are not being used as often. These muscles, especially the calf muscles, play an important role in circulation. Every time they contract, they help pump blood upward against gravity. When they remain inactive, blood can begin to pool in the lower legs. This is why many older adults start noticing swelling around the ankles or a heavy feeling in the calves later in the day. Sometimes the skin may even feel tighter or slightly warmer. Others describe a tingling sensation like pins and needles, especially after sitting for a long time and then standing up. These are small signals from the body that circulation is not working as efficiently as it should. Another issue that can develop with poor circulation is muscle fatigue. When blood flow slows down, muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. That can make simple activities like walking, climbing stairs, or standing for long periods feel more tiring than they used to. Some people also notice that their legs feel weak or shaky, even though they haven't done anything particularly strenuous. Cold feet are another common sign that circulation is slowing. Because blood helps regulate body temperature, reduced blood flow can cause the feet and lower legs to feel colder than the rest of the body. Some people even notice that their feet stay cold at night under blankets, which can be frustrating and uncomfortable. Doctors often remind seniors that circulation problems rarely appear suddenly. Instead, they develop gradually over time. Small symptoms slowly build up until one day people realize their legs don't feel the way they used to. The encouraging part is that circulation is something that can often be improved through simple daily habits and gentle movements that help reactivate the muscles responsible for moving blood through the lower body. When these muscles begin working again, even small movements can help support healthier blood flow and make the legs legs feel lighter and more comfortable throughout the day. Many people are surprised to learn that the calves play one of the most important roles in circulation throughout the entire body. Doctors and physical therapists often call the calf muscles the body's second heart, and that description is not an exaggeration. Every time the calf muscles contract, they squeeze the veins in the lower legs and help push blood back upward toward the heart. Because the legs are far from the heart and must work against gravity, this natural pumping action is essential for keeping circulation moving efficiently. When you walk, stand, or move your feet regularly, your calf muscles contract over and over again. Each contraction acts like a gentle pump that moves blood upward through the veins. Tiny valves inside the veins then keep that blood from flowing backward, helping it continue its journey back to the heart. This system works so well that most people never even think about it while they are younger and more active. However, when the legs stay still for long periods of time, the calf muscles are not doing their pumping job. Sitting in a chair for hours, resting on the couch, or remaining in one position too long can slow this natural circulation process. When that happens, blood can begin to collect in the lower legs. This is one reason many people notice swelling around their ankles, or a heavy feeling in their calves after a long day of sitting or standing in the same place. Over time, when the calf muscles are not used as often, they can gradually weaken. Weaker muscles pump less effectively, which makes it even harder for blood to move upward. This creates a cycle where circulation slows down, the muscles become less active, and the symptoms become more noticeable. Some people begin to feel stiffness in their legs when they first stand up after sitting. Others feel a dull, aching sensation in their calves, especially later in the evening. This is also why doctors encourage older adults to keep their calf muscles active even with very small movements. Simple exercises that gently contract these muscles can help restart that natural pumping action. When the calves begin squeezing and relaxing again, blood starts moving more smoothly through the veins. Even small movements can make a difference. Flexing the feet, raising the heels slightly off the floor, or slowly moving the ankles can activate the calf muscles and support better circulation. These movements may look simple, but inside the body, they are helping push blood upward and preventing it from settling in the lower legs. Physical therapists often use these types of movements with patients recovering from surgery or long hospital stays because they know how effective they are at supporting circulation. The goal is not intense exercise or strain, but gentle muscle activation that keeps blood flowing steadily through the legs. When the calf muscles begin working again, many people notice that their legs start feeling lighter, less swollen, and more comfortable during daily activities. One of the reasons doctors recommend simple circulation exercises for people over 60 is because they are gentle on the joints while still activating important muscles in the lower legs. As the body ages, intense workouts are not always necessary to support health. In many cases, small controlled movements performed consistently can be just as effective at stimulating circulation without putting unnecessary strain on the knees, hips, or lower back. This is why many physical therapists focus on simple movements that can be done while sitting or standing safely at home. When a doctor recommends a circulation exercise for the legs, the goal is usually to activate the calf muscles and ankle joints. These areas play a major role in helping blood move through the veins. One commonly recommended movement is the heel raise. In this exercise, you slowly lift your heels off the ground while keeping the balls of your feet on the floor. As your heels rise, the calf muscles contract and gently squeeze the veins in the lower legs. When you lower the heels back down, the muscles relax again. This simple up and down motion helps create a pumping action that supports better blood flow. The key to making this movement effective is to perform it slowly and with control. Quick or jerky motions are not necessary. Doctors often suggest lifting the heels for a few seconds, holding the position briefly, and then lowering them slowly back to the floor. This controlled movement allows the muscles to fully contract and relax, which improves the pumping effect. Many seniors find that performing this exercise while holding onto the back of a chair or a countertop provides extra stability and confidence. Another reason this movement works so well is because it can be repeated many times without causing fatigue. The calves are strong muscles designed for endurance. They are used every time a person walks, stands, or climbs stairs. By gently activating them with repeated heel raises, the muscles begin doing their natural job again, helping blood travel upward through the legs. Doctors also like this exercise because it can be easily adjusted depending on a person's comfort level. Someone who feels steady on their feet can perform it while standing, while others may prefer doing it while sitting in a chair. In a seated position, the heels can still be lifted slightly off the ground to activate the calf muscles. Even the smaller version of the movement can help stimulate circulation. Consistency is what makes this exercise most effective. Performing the movement several times a day can help prevent blood from pooling in the lower legs, especially for people who sit for long periods. Over time, many individuals notice that their legs feel less stiff and more energized during daily activities. Gentle exercises like this remind the body to keep blood moving, supporting healthier circulation and helping the legs remain active and comfortable throughout the day. As people begin incorporating simple circulation exercises into their daily routine, many start noticing gradual changes in how their legs feel throughout the day. These improvements usually do not happen instantly, but over time, the body begins responding to the regular movement. The muscles in the lower legs become more active, blood begins moving more efficiently through the veins, and the legs often start feeling lighter and more comfortable during everyday activities. One of the first things many people notice is a reduction in that heavy, tired feeling that can develop in the legs after sitting or standing for long periods. When circulation improves, oxygen and nutrients reach the muscles more effectively. This helps the muscles function better and reduces the sense of fatigue that sometimes appears in the afternoon or evening. Even small improvements in blood flow can make walking or standing feel easier than before. Swelling around the ankles may also begin to decrease. When blood circulation slows down, fluid can sometimes collect in the lower legs, especially after a full day of sitting, driving, or being on your feet. Gentle exercises that activate the calf muscles help push that fluid back into circulation, allowing the body to process it normally. Over time, this can lead to ankles that look and feel less swollen by the end of the day. Another positive change many seniors report is a decrease in nighttime leg cramps. These cramps can be frustrating because they often appear suddenly and interrupt sleep. While several factors can contribute to leg cramps, poor circulation and inactive muscles are often involved. When the calf muscles are activated regularly during the day, they tend to stay more flexible and less prone to sudden tightening during the night. Improved circulation can also influence balance and stability. When muscles receive proper blood flow, they respond more effectively when the body moves or changes direction. This can make everyday activities such as walking, climbing stairs, or getting up from a chair feel steadier and more controlled. Maintaining this kind of stability becomes increasingly important as people age because strong and responsive leg muscles support overall mobility and independence. Some people even notice that their feet feel warmer after they begin practicing circulation exercises regularly. Since blood helps regulate body temperature, improved circulation can reduce the cold sensation that often occurs in the feet and toes when blood flow is reduced. Warmer feet are a simple but encouraging sign that blood is moving more effectively through the lower legs. What makes these changes especially encouraging is that they come from small, manageable habits rather than complicated exercise routines. A few minutes of gentle movement repeated throughout the day can support the body's natural circulation process. When those movements become part of a daily routine, they help the muscles continue doing their natural job of assisting blood flow through the legs, allowing many people to feel more comfortable, active, and confident in their mobility as the years go forward. If you've made it this far, remember something important. Your legs are designed to move, and even small movements can make a meaningful difference in how your body feels every day. Poor circulation after 60 is very common, but it does not mean you have to accept heavy, tired, or uncomfortable legs as a normal part of aging. In many cases, the body simply needs gentle reminders to keep blood flowing the way it was designed to. The simple doctor-recommended movement we talked about today works because it wakes up the muscles in your calves, the same muscles that naturally help pump blood back toward your heart. When those muscles stay active, circulation improves, swelling can decrease, and the legs often begin to feel lighter and stronger again. What matters most is consistency. You don't need intense workouts or complicated routines. Just a few minutes of gentle movement each day can help your body maintain healthy circulation. Over time, these small habits can support better mobility, improved comfort, and greater confidence in everyday activities like walking, standing, and climbing stairs. If you try this exercise regularly, pay attention to how your legs feel over the next few weeks. Many people notice gradual improvements in energy, balance, and overall comfort. Your body responds to movement, and even simple actions can help keep your circulation working the way it should. And of course, if you have ongoing pain, severe swelling, or any medical concerns, it's always a good idea to speak with your doctor or healthcare professional. They can help determine the best approach for your specific situation. Thank you for spending these few minutes learning how to support your leg health. Taking small steps today can help your body stay active and comfortable for years to come.